First of all, we ought to be talking about jobs. The contention that this bill funds bills that are about jobs is spurious, in my opinion, and no economist, in my opinion, will assert that that is the fact. We ought to be dealing with jobs. But what are we dealing with? Now, I know of what I speak. I tell the gentleman from Georgia, I understand as a member of the House Administration Committee for, I think, some 15 years. I, along with Bob Ney, was the sponsor of the Help America Vote Act, which created the Election Assistance Commission. So I know something about the Election Assistance Commission. It was created because in the year 2000 we had a disastrous election which was resolved finally, but not very acceptably by most people, whether your candidate won or lost. So the Assistance Commission was created for the purposes, for the first time in history, of having some federal presence in the oversight of federal elections. Not mandatory, but advisory. Now, what we see, frankly, throughout America in Republican-controlled legislatures in many, many states is an effort to make voting more difficult, to, in my opinion, suppress the vote, to require more and more documentation of people who have already registered to vote and claiming problems that exist that do not exist. Now, if you want to obfuscate the election process, if you want to suppress the vote, if you want to make it more difficult, what is one of the things you want to do? Eliminate the Election Assistance Commission, whose responsibility it is to advise and counsel on best practices to assure that every American not only has the right to vote, but is facilitated in casting that vote and making sure that that vote is counted. That's what the Election Assistance Commission does. And what do they want to do with the Election Assistance Commission responsibility? Transfer it to the Federal Election Commission, whose sole responsibility is to oversee the flow of money into elections. They neither have the expertise nor, frankly, do they have the time. They hardly have the time to do what they're supposed to do right now. Now, frankly, the Bush administration did not fund the Election Assistance Commission very robustly. And like every agency, it requires and should have proper oversight and should, in my view, be more vigorous in the carrying out of its responsibilities. That is not, however, a reason for eliminating it. The only reason for eliminating it is to make voting more obscure, less oversight, and less assurance to our citizens that they not only have the right to vote, but that their vote will be cast.
The gentleman's time has expired.
And counted correctly.
The gentleman from Mississippi.
And I thank very much the Speaker for the additional time that he so graciously gave me, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Mr. Speaker, may I make an